Russia-Ukraine war news. Ukraine's careless troops may be behind Russian gains. According to reports, Ukraine is investigating charges that its forces' carelessness permitted a Russian incursion into the northeast. The State Bureau of Investigation is investigating how the 125th Brigade and its subordinate troops arranged its Kharkiv defenses, Ukrainska Pravda said, citing court papers. On May 10, Moscow's soldiers marched 6 miles and took villages to stretch Ukrainian forces while waiting for fresh Western weapons. The court document stated that the 125th Brigade, 415th Separate Rifle Battalion, 23rd Mechanized Brigade, 172nd Separate Rifle, and other units did not properly organize the defensive positions on the border of Kharkiv Oblast due to a careless attitude to military service. According to a translation, the Russian onslaught led to the loss of places, military equipment, and soldiers of the units, and Ukrainian troops abandoned other sites. It listed 28 people, including the brigade commander, his subordinates, and officials, as violators but did not specify a punishment. Newsweek contacted the Ukrainian Defense Ministry for comment. Ukrainian military commander Denis Yaroslavsky warned earlier this month that Ukrainian forces' unpreparedness triggered the Russian breakthrough in Kharkiv. There was no initial line of defense, Yaroslavsky told the BBC. The Russians just came in, without minefields. This was either negligence or corruption. Not a failure. He said it was betrayal. The U.S. ban on using Western weaponry against Russian targets helped Moscow's troops advance, Ukrainian MPs told Politico. The Economist said that NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said, "The time has come for partners to decide whether they might loosen some of the limitations, which prevent the confrontation from escalating." German politician Anton Hofreiter told Der Spiegel that international law enables eliminating limits allows a state under assault to attack military targets in the aggressor's country. Media personality and Putin loyalist Vladimir Solovyov urged that Moscow execute a missile strike at the Statue of Liberty torch in New York City. Solovyov has been a source of Russian propaganda throughout Putin's February 2022 invasion of Ukraine. He has said Russia owns Ukraine, Poland, and Finland and is extending its war. Solovyov and his colleagues discussed bombing the US and Europe on a recent episode. "I advise shooting a hypersonic missile across the continental US, not at it." The show's translator, Anton Gashenko, former advisor in Ukraine's Internal Affairs Ministry, tweeted a clip of the show to X, formerly Twitter, on Saturday. "But knock out the Statue of Liberty torch, huh?" Solovyov laughed. "That's excessive," Evstafiev said. "How about launching it from the Atlantic to the Pacific as a test?" Dmitry Kulikov, another Russian political scientist, added his suggestion. "West-to-east missile launches are typical. Maybe the other way around. In flight, it heads west." He stated it covers Europe. Newsweek contacted the State Department on Saturday afternoon but received no response. Newsweek also requested feedback from the Russian government. Online.NATO includes the US and most of Europe. According to Article 5 of the Military Alliances Treaty, Russia would risk war with all 32 member states if he attacked one. Putin stated in December 2023 that Russia has no interest in confronting NATO. Russian propagandists claim Moscow can frighten Western forces, but NATO's largest military exercise since the Cold War has proved its strength. Over 90,000 troops from all member states have engaged in Steadfast Defender 24 since January to show NATO's ability to defend every inch of its territory, and the resolve by NATO allies to protect each other from any threat. For Russian sources told Reuters that Putin is ready for a truce that recognizes the battlefield lines in the Russia-Ukraine war. Russian military have advanced in northern Ukraine in recent weeks. At a Belarus press conference on Friday, Putin said, "Let them resume." Ukraine's Foreign Affairs Minister Dmytro Kuleba said this is a desperate attempt to sabotage a peace summit Switzerland is holding at Ukraine's request next month. The summit will discuss ending the Russia-Ukraine war. Putin does not want to stop attacking Ukraine. Only the moral and united global majority can force him to choose peace over war. This is the peace summit's goal. This is why he's terrified. Friday morning's X post by Kuleba.